Welcome to It's Game Time. I'm Jeff from Soaring Rhino, and I'm here to talk to you today about something that some astute gamers have picked up on about Shifting Realms. We've had the game out at conventions this summer, and some people have noticed something about the inspiration for the look of the game. It has to do with real-time strategy video games, actually. One in particular, there's multiples of these, and I've played quite a few, particularly Age of Empires, and one that came out in the 90s that Craig and I played a lot of, which is the original Warcraft. Well, actually, not the original, Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness. And when we put together Shifting Realms and we're looking at how to do the buildings and the board, that kind of style of art crept in. And you can see the influence in the way the buildings look, the way their perspective is, the layout on the board. And actually, there's some parallels in gameplay, too, where you take your workers and send them out to get resources to build your structures that let you do things. That's kind of what happens in these real-time strategy games. So what I thought was I would take a look at this 90s classic game and show you some of the inspiration that was behind the graphic design. Okay, so here we have Warcraft 2 Tides of Darkness. You may already be able to see some of the inspiration in the graphics. We have a town hall here, which is one of the buildings you usually start with in the scenarios. This is where you recruit your peasants in the game. And Shifting Realms has a town hall space for every realm, and where you start, that's where you recruit your units. I also have some footmen here. This is kind of one of the soldier units that you can have. But here are my peasants, and you can see a mine, which is, again, you can kind of see that inspiration, the forest. And in Warcraft, you send your peasants out.
Yes. Yes. Hello.
And you can have them collect resources. You have gold here in the mine, and wood here. There's no stone and magic in Warcraft. There is oil with the ships and stuff. But so I can select these two guys, and they're gonna go to collect gold in the mine.
Righto.
And let's take these two guys, and they're gonna go off to chop some wood.
All right.
Now in Shifting Realms, it's not real time, but you can kind of see the strategy, the resource collecting. Shifting Realms is turn-based, but it's kind of like the same idea.
Yes. Hello. Righto. Me lord? What is it? All right.
Okay, back to Warcraft 2. Another way we tried to replicate something that goes on in these real-time strategy games was with the structure tiles. So when you build a building here, for example in Warcraft, it's going to show you stages of completion. So it'll start with this dirt pit and some lumber by it, and then I think it goes through 3 other stages before it completes the building. And let me have this peasant build a blacksmith shop, and I'll show you what I mean.
Yes. Okay.
Alright, so now you can see it starts with this dirt patch and some lumber by it. And what we were trying to do with our structure tiles was on the grayscale side, where the unbuilt side, when it's stacked, when the buildings are stacked along the board, shows, if you look at the illustrations, there's a half-built building. And that was a direct inspiration from these type games. We had already decided on the style of the structures themselves, and then when we were looking at the gray side, we're like, why don't we put a half-built building there? It'll be kind of cool. And then you see there it changed, and it's a little further along. And then when you flip it over to the printed side, the color side, it's oh, there's the completed structure. And that's kind of what we were trying to replicate, that idea of in these kind of games where you have the half-built building, and it's getting built, and it's getting built, and then you flip it over and you have that, aha, there's my completed building. You're going to see in a moment. I like how Warcraft does it here. It's coming up.
Job's done.
Yeah, when you play the humans, the guy goes, job's done. So here we have the completed blacksmith shop. So there's another way that a game from the 90s influenced the graphic design of Shifting Realms.
Job's done.
Well, there you have it. A game from the 90s and how it influenced the look and feel of Shifting Realms.